Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It's your girl, Four Ends.
And we are back, and we're back in more ways than one because we're back together.
The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town. We're recording again together.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time.
Reunited.
And it feels so good. Wow, that's like 2 songs in 30 seconds.
I know. We are on game.
This is what happens when we're together. This is what happens when we're in person.
The cam.
I'm
telling you.
So today we're drinking. It was my turn to bring, my self-designated turn to bring some alcohol to the table. And today I decided to bring, before I say what we decided to bring, on Saturday, not Saturday, I was constipated. On Sunday, I had red wine.
Okay, I saw the snap.
A red wine that I enjoyed for the first time.
Okay.
And do you know what I think it is? I think with sweet wines, you can just chug it down. You can back it. It's like juice. Damn it. Yeah, we love to drink with BD because BD is our mate. Yeah, like that, yeah. But I feel like with red wines, it's a bit more sophisticated.
You gotta sip.
And
that goes straight to the clit. I know we are that kind of pod, but
she is that kind of pod. She's that kind of pod. But no, literally, you have to sip it, and I'm just like, it was kind of smooth. It was, and I was like, I am no longer opposed to red wine. And then I got some other suggestions about other red wines, so I feel like I'm going to add them to my repertoire, and then maybe one day that I'll bring that. But today's not that day. Today I brought.
So in conclusion.
Today I brought the Marks and Spencer's Passion Star Martini cocktail, which comes ready-made, mixed in a beautiful gold bottle. And yeah, it tastes quite nice. It doesn't really taste like a porn star martini like I thought it would, but it's nice. It's a nice cocktail. It's nice. We'll get waved. It's bubbly, so there might be some burping. What do you mean? Let me smell it.
It smells a bit like BO.
No, do you know what? It smells like someone tried to cover up very slight BO. Yeah. It smells like maybe you walked to the station a bit fast. You were wearing too many layers. You got a bit hot. But it's not bad. It's not like... It smells like... It's not Rex worthy. I think
this is a bit how I smell like after like the gym, the once in a year when I go to the gym.
I don't really sweat that much.
Oh, lucky you.
I know, I really don't.
I really sweat. But like, I sweat in like odd places.
Is it?
Like, I don't really sweat. I've never had...
You don't sweat on your armpits. You sweat under your boobs.
I sweat under my boobs.
Yeah.
I sweat in the crotchular area.
Yeah, it's the crotchular regions.
And I sweat on my like face and my head. But head sweat is really like, I really have to be very hot to have head sweat. Yeah. But like face is the most.
That's the most.
Face
that's quite annoying.
Very annoying. Face and crotchular area. Those are my top.
That's top.
I've never ever in my life had pit stains.
Really?
I've never.
Well, I guess that's good. No one can really see crotch stains.
Yeah.
So it's only you that knows.
It's you that knows.
And your man, but yeah. So we had that cocktail. It's kind of nice. We'll be drinking it throughout. The smell's not that bad. Like honestly, I didn't even really smell it. Foren's is the one that brought it up. So I would try it if I like something sweet.
Nose,
I think that's what it is. Why every episode you're reminding us that you're not pregnant?
I feel like it's something that you need to continuously remind people because
I feel like it's none of anyone's business.
No, but it will be their business because I won't be drinking when I'm pregnant.
No, but we will. Do you know what I was looking at? I was looking at non-alcoholic wines, and there's this thing called Prosecco, which is like Prosecco but without alcohol.
But it's just gonna be juice.
No, but you don't know that though. I'm gonna bring it one time, and I'm not gonna tell you, and you're gonna.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend to be drunk and like sleep in couch, and then you're like this bitch.
Yeah, placebo.
This is gonna be
placebo. Their hoe.
Give them herbs, and have you watched? Okay, I'm going off tangent. I was gonna say a Desperate Housewife thing, but yeah.
No, I gave up with Desperate Housewives because they were just being too silly for me. Anyway. I'm gonna insert the sound of the wine glasses now.
Hey, bitch.
All right, so what documentary are we doing today then?
21 Kids in Canton.
21 Kids. And if you listen to the last episode, you will know that the crime is...
Yeah, I was about to say that. But what I was going to say is I forgot the Lancashire accent because I was going to do it, but then I forgot. But you're good with accents, so you remember it, so you do it.
21 Kids in Counting?
Counting, yeah.
21? They've got 21 kids.
Yeah. And I just feel like there are going to be a lot of people saying, oh, like, you guys are like a documentary recap. What's that thing? Bracket crime. What's the crime here? The crime is having 21 kids. I feel like everybody should be arrested, including her uterus and his penis, apparently, because... Oh my God, did you see that J House freestyle? And he's like, baby, what I like when you suck my penis. No.
I cannot hear penis anymore. All I hear is penis. I'll send it to you on Instagram. It's great. I love that man so much.
But yeah, so... arrest them. Arrest the kids too, because they are facilitating.
No. The kids are tired.
No, yeah, they're tired, but they all, you know,
what they're facilitating by growing up. I don't understand.
We'll get into the kids.
Okay, let's get into it then.
Yeah. So we kick off the documentary in Lancashire, and also, can I just say, this documentary, it was I said to BD, like, it was similar to A Very British Brothel in the sense that there wasn't a particular like, it's not like our usual documentaries where things develop. We kind of just follow them, and a few things happen, but they aren't the focus. The focus is more just seeing how they operate on a day-to-day.
Which I think is interesting because there's so many of them. Oh, and for those who are not from the UK, because I was looking at our insights and quite a lot of people are from America.
I do not know why they keep listening to us. We are always cussing Americans. We
are.
Love you, really.
You are. We love the ones that listen to us. So Lancashire is in the north of England.
Okay, yeah.
So like up north.
Isn't it like near like
Manchester and them, man?
Newcastle?
Yeah, all them, man.
Yeah.
Up north.
Basically
London and then up north. So it's up north.
I even forgot there are other places in south, you know.
Yeah, there's south than us.
There's south.
There's west. There's westerns than us.
I ain't checking for them.
Yeah.
But like south of us is like where I was before,
Brighton,
Devon.
Bristol, them, man.
Oh.
Devon. Oh, you near the coast.
Yeah, like Devon, Bristol.
Yeah, them, man. Yeah.
They're very farmy sounding.
Yeah. No, but then they're also quite farmy sounding in Yorkshire. Yorkshire's quite farmy, and that's up north.
Really?
And then what's it? Bristol? Is it Bristol? Yeah, Bristol sound quite farmy.
Yeah, Devon. They sound like they're always about to get the hay out and
maybe they are.
Feed the cows.
I went to Devon one time and I think it was a farm. It was like with church. So random. I have random flashbacks.
Okay, so
but yeah, Lancashire's up north. Yeah,
we meet them. They're in Lancashire and they have like a 10-bedroom house, and we meet the parents, 43-year-old Sue and 48-year-old Noel, and they just say can't stop having kids.
I think having a big family is miles better than having a small family, just because you just have lots of different characters in the house. You know, there's never a dull moment, is there, in our life?
So they just love it.
Yeah, they love it. And also, can I just say though, I mean, I'm not going to test out this theory, but it seems having children might be the fountain of youth. Because
they look good,
They look good. And when I say they look good, I mean not just like, oh, white people good. They actually look good.
Yeah. They
like,
look good.
She could pass for somebody who was late 30s.
Yeah, she looks stress-free.
Literally, he has grey hair, but he doesn't look old.
He doesn't look old, yeah.
If he changed his fits, because he has very dad swag.
I mean, but he is a dad times 21.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he has very dad drip. But say he dressed like your dad or my dad.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't look
as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
it's true.
doesn't.
I agree with that.
So you know, I'm gonna say it's mine and all your problem be you always be looking stressed out. Like you have 3 amazing kids. Try 21.
African parents, they just want to be sad so bad. They want to be oppressed
it's
so
always
bad.
Like what's the word? Suffering Olympics.
Yeah.
Like
your daughter didn't go to uni. Mine, she didn't wash the pots. She didn't boil rice today.
Do you know how many times my mum says, I don't know why God gave me these children. Sis?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't matter. So yeah, they look good and they can't stop having kids.
It's the sex, that's what's keeping them young, man.
Yeah, literally. Girl. I will take 1 dose of the sex, no kids, please. Hold the kids.
Hold the kids.
So we basically see wake up time in this house and it's a zoo. And also, can I just say that this is a 10-bedroom house in Lancashire. You cannot try this shit in London.
Oh, mate.
Where are those kids going to live?
No, but the thing is, they said that it used to be a care home and then they got it. Which I think, so they were obviously living somewhere before. Then obviously these kids didn't all come at the same time, so there must have been progressive growth and they thought, oh, do you know what, we're going to need to,
but they must have still had at least 10 kids.
Yeah, but then people, remember, think of it like a carousel, yeah, because they're having kids, but then kids are also growing up and moving out.
Yeah.
So in this house in particular, they said something like there's only 14 kids living there, but because the other ones are like older and out.
But even to have 6 kids that are older, and 6 kids on their own is a madness. But then you still have... I didn't even know it was physically possible to... Anyways, we'll get into that. So we see wake up time and it's literally just a zoo. Like everybody is rolling around. I don't even know if those kids shower because there cannot be enough showers logistically for everybody to shower.
Listen, where there's a will, there's a way.
Girl.
And the thing is that think about you, yeah. There's only 3 of you, yeah. There's only 2 of us. And how we helped with the younger ones. They have got like... the ages range from like 1 to like 23 or 22.
They have 3 under 3 and 4 teenagers, and then they have like 6 adults probably.
Yeah.
So, I guess the older ones do.
They will help out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but still, it's just a madness. They also have a dog. So we see this dog in a cage. Yes. And this is how I know that these people are just insane, because it's crazy enough for you to already have like all these kids, all these children. And then
Charlie's chill.
A dog as well.
I didn't see the dog, mad.
Yeah, he was in the cage. He pops up quite a few times.
Everyone's mad.
So we learned the and counting is because Sue is currently pregnant with her 21st child.
Her 10th girl.
A 10th girl. So they will have 10 boys,
11 girls. No, 10 boys. 10 girls, 11 boys.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Whew, quick maths.
That math be mathing. And basically we see the confessionals where the kids are just like saying like I lost track of. There were only 2 kids I remember their names. Other than that, I lost track.
I don't remember any of them.
I didn't know how.
But there was the 2. There was the 2 little boys. They were like quite young. Maybe they were like 8 or something. I don't know. I can't tell how old kids are. But they were like lying on the bed, and then they were like, "Oh, I told you they were gonna have another one." And no, the guy was like, "I feel like kids up north they sound like adults." So he was just like, "Oh, what did he say?" He was like, "Oh, what did I say when they said they were pregnant again?" And he was like, "You said I told you so." He's like, "Yeah, I said I told you so." Like, something like that. Like those 2 were so over it.
They were literally so over it.
They were like, "Oh
and
my
literally
God."
They were like, "Yeah, we knew that we're gonna have another one." I don't know the accent.
Yeah,
but yeah.
They were like, they said they were not gonna have another one, but then they had another one, and I knew they were gonna have another one, and I was just like,
they're not gonna stop. I'm sure they said
literally.
that. They're not gonna stop.
They can't stop. The little boy at the end was like exacerbated, like for fuck's sake.
You like wrap it up.
How many kids? And then anyway, go on. I feel like we'll get there.
Yeah. So so basically all the kids are like, they've been telling them they're not gonna stop. Every time there's a new one, they say they're gonna stop, and they know they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
And there's actually 20 kids and counting, which I've watched. Where the
but
parents
there's like it's starts from like 16, innit?
Yeah. So because it follows them because they have the largest family.
So but then I thought to myself when I saw the different episodes, the different
You think they're doing it for the shmoney?
I don't know if they're doing it for the shmoney. I don't know how much money is in it compared to
but
how
they
much
get
they're
paid
spending.
from Guinness Book, probably.
I mean, fair, but then I was just like, maybe it's also like the doc to be able to have another documentary and like to one up because I'm sure there's family out there like trying to procreate quick enough so that they can also be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you went from 16, you had a documentary then. Did you think that at 20 they weren't going to give you another documentary? Of course they were. Do you know what I mean?
Gosh, they're like a circus. Do you know that I'm getting shivers just thinking about how they.
Do you know what it is?
Right now, their kids run around that house as we speak.
I think it's mad, but I also think that it's not as crazy as I thought it would be. Like, and the fact that they look so well, like, it's not as crazy. Like, if I was gonna have 21 kids, this is the way that I would like to do it.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So she's pregnant again, and they can't pick a name, so they're trying to pick between Aubrey and Heidi because all their daughters have names end in the E sound.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like they realised this after maybe like baby number 3 or 4. They were like, oh, they all end in E. Let's continue this trend. How many names ending in E? And if it doesn't end in E, we can make it end in E.
Yeah, by just adding an E onto
it. Just adding an E.
As you do. So what really struck me is they drive a minivan.
And this is why I want maximum 3 kids, and I really only want 2, but 3 just in case of a oops. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me just accept it. No, they never know. My heart went oops. I never will forget. My heart went oops.
Okay,
what advert is that?
I don't know, but I just
Somebody will know.
a TikTok where they're like, and my heart went oops.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
But what was I even saying?
So
I want 2, maybe 3 if it happens, but ideally not. But if that happens and I have 3 kids and the 3rd kid is listening, babes, I love you and I always wanted you. But for that reason, because I don't want to have one of them big man cars, I want there to be able to. And the reason I really want 2 is because if a friend comes along, then they can just sit there and then it's fine. I don't want to be driving one of them big man cars. I cannot even. I had a Volkswagen up, couldn't park that. Do you think it's a minivan that I'm going to be able to park? No, ma'am, no, sir.
And this is the thing. Like I just said, even if it's for the fact that you can't drive a sexy car, because I've already told my man the sexy mum cars like that I want. Like I'm talking like G-Wagon, Range.
A G-Wagon on these streets makes 0 sense.
No, but you feel but you feel sexy driving one.
It's true.
And the place
but you'll be looking around like.
But you're thinking about London. Who told you I'm living in London with my kids?
I mean, you're right.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get the fuck
ASAP. So like you can't drive a sexy car. You're driving a minivan.
Yeah,
like
true.
What?
One of them church vans.
Literally. That's literally what they were driving.
Yeah. Of course they were. What else were they going to drive?
I know.
And they must have 2 of them because they can't fit all of them in one.
Yeah. So there's this scene where they go shopping for the baby stuff, and they take all of the. I don't know why they do this. They do this quite a bit.
And this is what I mean about the documentary being a documentary.
Yeah.
So I think ideally you have kids that are. I think the eldest one that we saw that lives in the house. I think it's like 22 or 23 or something. Yeah. she ideally could look after some of the kids at home. She does, and I doubt that on a shopping trip you're gonna take that many kids. But because of the documentary, it just shows how ridiculous and how unruly it is. Yeah, so I think that sort of adds to it. Yeah. I doubt that on a daily basis they're going to Sainsbury's.
Because I was just like, why are you doing this? Like they take all their kids to this shopping trip and they're looking at stuff, and basically the dad's like, the mum Sue has this thing for prams.
Yeah.
So they've had like 30 odd prams, and I'm just thinking, my mum, I'm 100% sure my mum used the pram for my middle sister for the last one.
I don't understand why.
I don't understand why she kept why this woman is buying prams, and this makes me think about their finances, because prams are not cheap.
Oh, they get into that, but then somebody who loves to have babies like that also loves to have prams. Maybe it's the love of the prams that's spurring the love of having babies. Like clearly they're.
Put your dog in a pram.
Clearly,
for goodness sake.
They still need another one for the dog. Clearly, like, you know, there is an obsession with something.
Also, like, she already has one of those prams that has 3 kids in them.
The thing is,
so where are you pushing the other pram?
Fam, arm day. The thing is that like the youngest is 1 year old, so that pram is 1 year old.
Yeah, so you can use it.
You can use the pram.
And when you think about the youngest being 1 year old, she must have literally gotten pregnant from the hospital. She must have come home from giving birth to one baby and been like, let's get it cracking.
The fertilized egg was hiding.
Literally.
Waiting for one to be delivered.
Like, and like, hello.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
Nah, literally.
It's actually crazy to me.
So anyways, they go shopping. He's talking about whatever. She loves prams. We're looking at the prices of prams and they're expensive. Because like we said, they're expensive naturally anyways. So, yeah. So we kind of get into how they can afford these 20 kids, because Sue says,
we don't go out, we don't drink, we don't smoke, you know, we don't waste money, do we?
That's how they afford it, basically. But
I just because what do you do?
This is what I mean. They are like, you know, like, did you ever watch Sound of Music?
Yeah,
they're like the Von Trapp family, but on crack.
Yeah.
Like, and speed and ecstasy. Like, all they must do is family stuff, and we get into that. That must be their entertainment. They must have no other life, but because you can't.
I try to quantify, and I try to think, but so he because she surely doesn't work.
Yes.
Because that, you know, people say, oh yeah, I'm a full-time mum.
Yeah, no, but she is.
No, but she is a full-time mum. That phrase,
overtime. She's doing like 60 hours a week, love.
That phrase really pisses me off, because what mum is part-time, yeah? But she is the fullest of times, yeah? She is a full-time mum.
It was the fullest of times.
It was the fullest of times. She is. And so, then the dad.
No, but the thing is that
this only the inheritance, because I don't understand.
No, but like, literally, what I'm saying is that, like, they don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't have any vices.
Okay, but how much do your vices cost at 21 kids? If I didn't smoke and I didn't drink,
I still
couldn't afford 21 kids. I
couldn't afford one. I couldn't afford a niece.
I think to myself, like, oh, okay, like, so when I have kids, like, so you're gonna laugh, yeah, but a few months ago I was like, oh, I really want to get a cat, right?
Okay.
Whereas, like, if you lost name me, like, that makes no sense whatsoever. And then
you must have been like crawling on the walls during this lockdown. I've
been going through it. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I was gonna get a cat, yeah. And then the thing that was like, yeah, there's no point getting a cat. Is like, I'm gonna have to pay for this cat. So money that I would spend on kitty litter and food or the vet, I can spend on me. And why would I then spend it on a cat when I can spend it on me?
Like sometimes, like, you know, they put a lot of the feminine hygiene stuff like near like baby shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look at like the price of the nappies and I'm like, oh, that is a cocktail. Thank you, Jesus.
Honestly,
that these eggs are unfertilized.
That is my brunch I got to because
fam, and these babies be shitting and they be peeing.
And it's not just financial strain. Like, it's a whole lot of extra shit. And I'm not saying that like I would never do it or I don't want to do it. I'm just saying right now is not the time.
No.
Even a cat, I can't do.
Yeah.
And so I just think 21 of those things is a bit mad. It just doesn't make sense. Like, how does it stretch?
Even if you trim back all the trimmables, it doesn't make sense. And this also means they don't have... It's impossible. My parents claim to be too busy to have, like, an adequate social life that they'd like. Okay, cheers. But how do these people do it?
No, but the thing is, I think that social, like at that point...
Like, your family is your social life.
Exactly.
We get into
and you made it that way.
Yeah. And you designed it. That's why I'm like the Von Trapp family, because they're
happy
happy this way. Like, I would I would have buried myself under the house by
after
this point.
kid number 4.
Literally,
Lord, why am I so fertile?
No, Jesus, please take my womb.
Jesus Christ.
No, but if I had like 4 kids, I honestly think I would wake up one day, stand up, and just walk out the house and never come back. I would have a mental break.
Do you know what it is? I feel like this is why I'm so insistent on doing everything that I really desire and want to do now. Because I can see myself just... Okay, so you know in Insecure, last season where... what's her name? Amanda Seals. She just kind of gets up and she just walks away. And then she goes missing and they try and find her. Yeah. I can very much see myself doing that. I can see myself being like, you know what? Today's not the day.
You're just going to be that meme where it's like, Mommy forgot to pick me up.
Who is this?
Who gave you this number?
I
don't
honestly,
know you. Sorry to this child.
Sorry to that kid. I feel like, honestly, So, the thing is, all these kids, I honestly believe they were all planned. I believe that they, at least from 4 onwards, they were like, yes, I want this kid. And that's a wonderful thing. The fact that they're happy, like as much as we joke and we laugh about it, they're happy. They're happy, they love what they're doing, and they're in it, and they're great, and they're cool. Yeah. And I'm like, cool, sis, if you like it, I love it. I hate it for me. I love it for you.
If you're happy, then we good.
Honestly. It doesn't concern
me.
She
is a fertile myrtle because...
And she looks so good.
Literally, there are women at 43 that are like doing IVF to have 1 baby.
It's crazy.
And she just pops them out like it's nothing.
It's crazy.
What kind of womb does she have?
It's crazy. And I just think to myself, like, like literally, in this life, like, you really just have to face your front because nothing makes any sense.
No, nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes any sense. Someone not being able to have a kid does not... like she shouldn't feel bad about having that many kids because somebody else can't have a kid. Kids, Like there's no correlation there.
No, but what I just mean is that she's
exactly. She has the fertility of 1,000 women.
She is the final boss you face when your period gets missed.
Honestly, Lord.
So, anyways, we find out what Noel does for work. So he runs a pie shop with his daughter. It doesn't say he owns. So again, he's probably on like.
He probably does own it though.
Well, yeah, I don't know because it didn't say their surname at the top. It was like Fraser's or something. I don't know. He may own it. His
dad is called Fraser.
But yeah, he may own it. But it says he runs a pie shop with his daughter, and the pies actually look really yummy.
Like, I'm not really a pie kind of girl, but I can appreciate a nice pie.
You know, I love those savoury
I like meat pie. At church, I used to leave church at least I could line up so that I could get the meat pie. Lord forgive me.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Jamaican
Lord
pies
forgive me.
Meat pie.
Oh really?
Yeah, because meat pies sometimes they can be 30% meat. And 70% dry pastry.
To be honest, I like patties as well.
And patties are always like, I don't know why they're always so hot. And then the meat just,
Yeah, no, I like patties as well. Get me either, guys.
Listen, I had one Jamaican meal and now it's Gaza miss it.
Gaza miss it.
I'm telling you, since that time I had the
what Jamaican meal did you have?
Are you in Manchester?
Oh yeah, Buzz Rocks. Oh guys, listen to me, if you live in the Manchester area, oh my days, there's this restaurant called Buzz Rocks. Oh my days.
Since then.
Oh my days, it will change your life. It will actually change your life. And they actually have that. I've never been there and they actually know, to be honest, I have. I was going to say, I've never been there and they're like, I mean, I have that. But they have it, you just have to go on time. Don't wait till they're about to close to go and try and get things. Oh, it was so, and it was so local.
Since then, I have been green, yellow, black in my heart.
Gaza Missy.
So Chloe is the 23-year-old daughter who wants to become a makeup artist. She doesn't want to work for her dad anymore at the pie shop, which I understand.
I mean, and also he has like 1,000 other kids that can do it. So.
And they're old enough. Like, listen, if I had that many kids from the age of 2, in fact, from the womb, okay, how are you contributing to the household?
Those kind of families live on a farm. That's when it makes sense.
Yes, and then the kids, like all the little kids can feed the cows and milk them and shit. Yeah. So she wants to be an MUA, and we kind of see her in the confessionals with her makeup, and she looks like a very like typical white MUA. Like she looks like you see in Mac. Yeah. Doing makeup, so she should probably move to London and pursue that if she has.
No, but she like Lancashire. Like there's big cities up north that she can go Manchester.
Oh, okay, well, fair enough, yeah.
Leeds or whatever.
I mean, I always forget. Like,
do you know what? You need to get this London out of your head. Do you know what, guys? London is a scam, and I am tired.
Oh, this is not time for the principal drama.
I'm tired of being scammed. I'm tired, and the thing is, I know that the scamming is going to continue for a while, and so I'm just putting it out there that I'm aware I'm being scammed. I just have not the power nor the finances to change that scammation right now. But I'm aware. I know. Yeah, I know.
We seat you.
We seated. We seat each other.
We learn a bit about like the kids and what this tribe. They're actually a tribe, okay?
Not the tribe of Judah.
No,
but a tribe nonetheless.
But a tribe. So basically, the son, I think his name is Daniel. He says
the trend in the Radford family house to kind of leave quite late in age, just because you kind of have everything. You have siblings, you know, you got great parents, you got a great house, so you don't you don't want to leave because it's all so good where you are.
And I can see that, and I feel that way
That's
about
like
my
you.
house.
Yeah.
I was saying that's like my house. I feel like I have.
Why would you go anywhere?
If I could move in with my husband to my house, I would.
Yeah, but then there's cultures that do that.
Yeah, like if I could, I would. I have no desire to leave home. Like people are like, oh, I want to get in my house. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I think about
If
the
I
banter.
were you, I would not. Why would I go?
Literally.
Why would I even leave to come here? Like, work.
I think about the banter I would miss. I think about the free food, free heating, free boarding, and everything. Everything. I have zero. Like the main thing is actually the banter. Sometimes I think like if I lived by myself, there's so much banter my mum and my sisters would be having, and like sometimes my dad, like when he dips in and out, like that I would just miss out on.
Man.
My dad is very dad jokes.
No, your dad is
my
funny.
dad is very dad jokes.
Your dad makes me laugh.
He's funny because he's fun to clown. So there's a lot of clownation in regards to him. But the real comedian of the family is my mum, followed by me. I'm obsessed with that woman, but she annoying as hell.
I'm gonna play her that portion alone.
So basically like people don't leave, which is why, as we mentioned, like Chloe's 23 and even people tend to leave their house like the second they're 18.
Yeah, I think also like sometimes people, like if you're not going to uni, then like sometimes there's no reason to leave. Like I went to uni, and not only did I go to uni, I went to uni in a different city, so I was gonna leave. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if you don't really go to uni, then like why are you going? Or she might have gone and come back, but then it's like you would come back because why would you not?
Why would you? Yeah,
why would you not?
It was like no brainer. People like when I was eating, people kept saying, "Oh, like are you going back home?" And I was like, "Yeah, the fuck. Where the fuck are you going? Like,
you got many?
Nigga, like." And
I think also the fact that they stay there quite late or they go and return either way is indicative of the fact that it's actually not a terrible place to grow up or to live. Yeah. So I think you from the outside looking in, it's kind of like, oh, 21 kids. Oh, wow, why would you stay there? It's so noisy, so loud, so many kids, responsibilities, blah blah blah. But clearly, these kids don't mind it, and it's good for them.
And honestly, if you have that many siblings, you really don't need friends.
No, I think you should have friends.
No, I mean, I think you should, but especially like, for example, like with my siblings, the age gap is quite big, but like I'm very close to them. But if I had siblings that were like closer in age to me, I mean, I'd have friends, but I'd also be cool like just being with my siblings.
Yeah, it's like me and my sister are close to in age, and like that's my girl.
Yeah, exactly.
So literally, like all quarantine, I feel like also with lockdown, like me and her chatting, cracking jokes, it's calm. Like if I could never go out, like
that would have been calm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like because they're all quite close in age, so you're good with your little tribe anyway.
No, it's true.
So at this point, we learned that Sue had a 17th child. Well, obviously, she has a 17th child currently, but she had 16,
and then the 17th one
died, and that was Alfie, and she's never really gotten over that. So her pregnancies are kind of like. Not always a happy period for her. She's more anxious to get the baby out and be sure the baby's healthy. Yeah. And she also has to be monitored quite closely because of her age as well.
And I think it's crazy because it's like, even maybe miraculous that in 21 pregnancies, she only had one stillbirth or miscarriage or I don't know the technical term for it. But I was looking on Twitter the other day, and then like, you know, everything that happened with Chrissy Teigen, there was this thread about this woman about miscarriages. About how common they are, and sometimes people don't even know that they've miscarried, and there's so many different, and I was just like, it's so crazy. They were like saying something like 1 in 4 pregnancies end in a miscarriage, or just something mad like that, and it's like the gift of life is actually crazy.
That's what I told you about the documentary I was watching on Netflix, and they were talking about how like getting pregnant is a miracle. People don't realize it because it happens, but it happens every day. It's literally, there's such a small window to actually get pregnant. I remember
when we were learning about it in school, and I was like, Rosa, how does this ever happen?
That's what I'm thinking.
And then when you start hearing about the complications and things that can happen, because it's not just a pregnancy. So you have conception, that may never happen. It happens. Then you have to now carry full term. That might not happen. It happens. Then you have to deliver. That might not happen. It happens. And then you have this baby forever and ever and ever that you have to love and take care of.
And babies are like flipping eggs when they're born because they're so delicate, and
I was watching this documentary.
Near them.
It was on Netflix, and it was about like IKEA furniture basically falling on kids, and there was, oh my god, I literally was like,
did a baby die?
Hella babies died. There's like a particular furniture from IKEA that it wasn't regulation or something was wrong with it, and like that particular furniture kept falling on babies, and then people would be like, oh well, wouldn't you hear your baby cry? Like people just chat so much shit. They said something like, oh, wouldn't you hear like the furniture fall? And the woman was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't hear the furniture fall because my baby was underneath it, stopping it from making a sound. And that's how her baby died. And I was just like, there's just so much that can go wrong in every single point of the whole conception to delivery, and then you give birth and all of that, and it's just like,
I'm just gonna have to sell for a Birkin bag and call it a day.
Honestly, it's just, I would treat that like my baby, because honestly, it's just like, even after 16 kids, that doesn't negate how painful it was to lose 17.
The one,
and clearly not, because she's had so many afterwards.
But she still feels. They have a picture of like the baby, you see, and I think she has a tattoo of like his hands, his feet on her hands. Like, you don't lose. At the end of the day, you carried that child. That was your flesh and blood. You're gonna feel it either way,
and it's mad. Whenever I see a pregnant woman or like just pregnancy, someone announced their pregnancy, I'm just like, Lord Jesus, please.
And not even just someone. Whenever I see safe delivery, mother and child healthy, I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
I'm like, please, Lord Jesus.
Because even like with Nicole Thea that died, they were just saying how like she like the way she pregnancy related deaths. Like, I was reading a lot of stuff about like pregnancy related deaths and stuff like that. And again, it's so easy to like die, because technically like a baby in you is like a parasite, so it's so easy just to like die. Like,
there's no rules to anything. It's just
gosh. So basically, again, they take the whole tribe with them to this like appointment, and then they scan and see the baby's healthy, everything's fine, and the nurse is just saying how like Sue is a miracle, basically, that this is not normal, that medically and at her age it's not normal.
See, what my thing is, okay, so I understand it medically not being normal, because she's 43. But the whole having 21 kids, like, has anyone really tried? It's not as if like every woman all the time are like, oh, let's have 21 kids. Maybe it's just something we can do. We just bounce back. But not many people are going to try that. Do that to know.
I guess it's a marvel just because
I think her age.
Yeah, the age is the main thing. That's the marvel. And maybe you're meant to have. I don't know if having a lot of kids creates complications. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And the thing is, I almost don't want to know. Like, I feel like ignorance is bliss when it comes to these things. Just tell me what I can do. If I need to stop drinking cocktails, then I'll stop drinking cocktails, and that's it.
I don't know about that.
The thing is that some people will be drinking their whole pregnancy, but
drinking
fine.
Do you know? How do you know? I used to watch. I didn't know I was pregnant. Oh, yeah, people will literally be taking drugs.
That terrifies me. I literally am like, oh my god, literally, I have one crab. I'm like, hey. Is this it? Is this today?
I remember when I used to think I could feel baby kicking in my stomach. It would just be gas.
If I say how many times this girl has come to me and been like, oh my days, I took a pregnancy test. Is it every day?
I basically take a pregnancy test every time I...
It's so frustrating, guys.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. Like,
yeah, I'm just that way inclined. I'm very panicky.
What's that thing called pregnant care? What are they called, bro?
They should sponsor me.
Are they sponsoring you?
It's just I'm very nervous and panicky, and yeah.
Lord, and who has to deal with the brunt of it? Me.
She is my boyfriend.
Goodbye.
For now.
Good night.
So yeah, basically we learn. This is just a little tidbit that October and May are really like busy times for them birthday wise, and we see them preparing for.
Oh my gosh! Imagine birthdays.
I'm so surprised, but basically, from what I gather, they don't have any birthdays that land on the same day, which I found really surprising.
I mean, there's 365 days, and they have 21 kids. Like,
still.
I mean,
still, the way
if they had 365 kids, I'd be like, wow, that's really crazy that they're all, on the same day.
But 20, okay, fair enough. So yeah, they have a lot of birthdays, and they're preparing for Millie's birthday. Millie's the 16-year-old.
Oh, it's the one that drives.
Yeah, the gap tooth.
Yeah.
You're...
I love a gap tooth babe. Do you know what? I want to get Invisalign because I have an overbite, but I don't want them to close my gap. I just want them to sort out my overbite. You want the
London look.
Girl, bear. I just want them to sort out my overbite because I had anyway, guys. So I had braces before. I had retainers. I lost the retainers, and then I thought, nothing's gonna happen. And then before I knew it,
I can't see any overbite.
No, I had retainers. Remember?
But I can't see any overbite now.
I have an overbite.
Like, so is that okay?
I have an overbite.
It's not that deep. I think I have one.
No, you don't. You don't have an overbite. That's what your teeth are supposed to look like.
Okay, what do yours look like?
Look, they come out. It's an overbite. Sorry, guys, I know you can't see this.
Don't see. Goodbye.
I'm getting Invisalign. If Invisalign want to sponsor me, hold tight. I'll vlog for you.
So we basically learned that Noel, being the typical man, does not know anyone's birthday. And this is very typical of men. I remember I was watching this video on Twitter where they were asking the dads like...
It was like Jimmy Kimmel or something.
Yeah, and
then the mum came and said everything and said all the kids' best friends. This video, yeah. They asked the dad, like, what school do your kids go to? He didn't know. The mum came, answered the school, answered the best friends' first names and last names. I was like, is it crack? That men don't, they just don't...
I think with my dad, for example, I genuinely think, it's not that he doesn't know the dates, but I think if my mum wasn't there to
know, it's the vicinity.
Fam, that this is, okay, this day is actually like her birthday, I think the day could pass and my dad would not remember.
Yeah.
He might remember the next day when he checks his calendar and he's like, oh shit, it's 15th and yesterday
he might not
was
remember
birthday.
that. I think there's a difference between forgetting someone's birthday. So I might not know that your birthday is the 14th, right? But then there's a difference between being like, I didn't know it was the 14th. If I had known it was the 14th, I would know it was your birthday.
Yeah.
But in my head, it wasn't the 14th. I think there's a difference between...
Yeah,
do you know
but
what
with
I mean?
women, they would not forget.
Exactly.
Like my mum, even she would know everything, kind of thing. And my dad doesn't even ask us what we want for our birthdays. His own is just to contribute the money. But my mum handles all the birthday presents. But then my dad signs all the cards, so it is a bit of 51.
I think my dad doesn't even remember my friends that I've had since college for 10 years.
No, my dad's good with that.
My dad, your dad is. My dad, literally, I'll be like, oh, daddy, I'm going to Liz's. Be like, Liz. Is that the one that lives? I'm like, oh no, Jesus, here we go. Like,
no, my dad is very good with friends. He has a vested interest. And
yeah, my dad doesn't. He recognizes names. He recognizes, like, if I say, oh, she lives in Wood Green, he'll be like, oh yes, okay. From times back in the day when he dropped me places. Wood Green, obviously now he doesn't need to take me anywhere. He doesn't need to, so he doesn't remember.
No, my dad even picked up the other phone. Like Debbie called me, my dad picked up the phone and like had a whole conversation with her.
Yeah, that's cool vibes. I would have a conversation with your dad before I had a conversation with you.
You have him then. Yeah. Shit.
Hey, uncle.
So yeah, at this point it's summer holidays and like all hell breaks loose. So I thought shit was crazy like on a normal school day.
Of course it does.
But like no, summer holidays is crazy.
Just 21 jobless youths, fam.
So the kids are going haywire. I was looking at them on this bed. They don't even have bed sheets, which I get. Like, if I had that many kids, like, fuck a bed sheet. Like, just sleep on the mattress. Because at this point, like, what is the point?
It's actually, like, very British brothel. You know in that episode where she goes to buy, like, and she buys, like, £247 worth of, like, bedding? That's their life.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like, you can't even have nice things, you know?
You can't have nice things. What is a nice thing?
But that's the... I just think you really can't have nice things.
Why would you even want nice things?
Oh, my gosh.
Maximum 2.
This is why you have to find. She must find a lot of joy in this because she's sacrificed. Well, I think it's sacrificing, but for her, this might just be her joy. Yeah,
exactly. And that's the thing. People like different things, and who am I to tell you that what you like is wrong? Do you know what I mean? Cool. If you like it, I love it. Honestly.
So Sue says,
got friends sleeping over pretty much every night of the week,
and it's like your household already is kids plus 10 friends sleeping over.
But the thing is,
what do you mean you have other friends sleeping over?
No, but the thing is that it's like. If one of her kids goes to a sleepover, will she even notice? No. It makes sense for people to come to her. It's like me leaving my kids at your house. I might as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why would I, like, lose, 2 kids to go to a sleepover? Am I even going to notice that they're gone?
But the thing
is, if you bring 2 kids, will I even notice that they're there?
I'm so convinced they probably have 24 kids, but they just don't remember the other 2 that have gone. No, but seriously,
Sue remembers. I feel like Sue is that mum that like.
I would not remember all of their names. I would stop naming.
No, you would, because even in school you had like 30 kids in the class and you remembered all of their names, and they're not even related to you. They're not even related to you. You can probably go through your school picture and your primary school picture now and be like, oh, that was Jason. Oh, that was Robbie. Oh, that was whatever. And they're not even related to you. Imagine your own.
Yeah, but don't forget, when you were a kid in primary school, that's all you had to think about.
Yeah, but they're kids
as adults.
No, I think as adults, like a kid is top priority.
I'm telling you, I would not remember their names. My mum gets all of us mixed up.
But they don't care about us.
Why don't you love us?
Why don't you love me? Tell me, baby, why don't you love me?
Soon to be added to Spotify playlist, guys.
So damn easy to love. I wish they would have stopped me by now. No. There's nothing left to love.
Okay, so moving swiftly on. So yeah, their house is already a sleepover, but they seem to have more kids sleeping over. And then one of these, this is why I hate children. One of these kids says, I'd love to have this many brothers and sisters. Like, kids are just dumb. Like, I mean, I get it. You come, this is like a fun fair. All the acts are playing 24/7. Why would you not want this in your house? Do you understand the implication of 20?
But they might be an only child, though.
Okay, fine. But even your inheritance is now split between 20...
What's inheritable? The fucking pie shop. My shop.
I keep thinking about the tweet about Blue Ivy and how pissed she must have been when certain really came. So you mean I'm gonna spend all this money? No. I'm sorry. Please, God. I'm getting pissed about splitting my inheritance 3 ways.
I think
that 21.
I think it's.
You will not get 1p. You literally wouldn't get 1p.
Oh, I was talking about Blue Ivy. I think Blue Ivy can stand to split between 2.
Yeah, but still, like 900 million versus 300, like.
I just feel like the closer you are to $1 billion, the more evil of a person you are, as we discussed in previous episodes. And so I feel I'd be happy to lighten the load just for my moral high ground.
No, but this girl's dumb. Just kids just say anything. I remember when we were younger, my sister was like to my dad, like these parent people have struggled and, you know, whatever, to buy this nice house
Toiled
in Northwest. Literally, my sister was like to my dad one day, why can't we live above a shop? Like, if we lived above the shop, I could just go and buy sweets. And he really was looking at her like, I'll work how many hours to pay for this house? You talk about living on top of a shop. And literally, these are kids though.
Broke bitch.
Like,
broke bitch attitude.
But these are kids. Like, you wish you had 21.
No, but do you remember being a kid? Like, I miss being a child. I remember vividly being at View Cinemas with my family, yeah, and going to the cinema and seeing like a young couple and being like, oh my god, I can't wait to grow up and go to cinema with my boyfriend. Where's the last time me and him went to cinema? Because who has time to go to cinema?
Yeah.
When you're
a kid, you just want some dumb stuff. And you don't know the reality of life.
And then as time goes by, like, you just forget all the stupid shit because it's stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to, like, my kids, oh my days, I want them to be kids for as long as possible as they possibly can. Without being bums.
I hate these kids I see now that don't have childhoods. They don't even have the ugly face.
I want they're going to have an ugly face. And I want my kids to, like, just play outside and be like, Mom, can I go play outside? And then just so I can say no.
Yes.
So I can say, oh, yeah, okay, but be back by 5. And it's 4:52. I want that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm so excited for my kids to ask me to do stuff and I know I'm going to say no. But at least you ask, baby.
Yeah.
It shows you have the spirit of free will, that Peter Pan spirit. But I'm still finna tell you
no.
no.
Tinkerbell, fly. I literally, I want my kids to be kids for as long as they possibly can.
And that's what I liked about this. The kids were kids.
Exactly.
They weren't like these military robots, or they weren't grown beyond, like, they didn't even have that thing you see in a lot of African households where, like, everyone seems to be a young mum, like the mum. They all seemed like they were just kids doing their thing.
And happy to do what they were doing.
Literally.
And it's almost as if, like, because the mum and the dad, Noel and Sue, were so happy to be parents, they were also parents. But it's like, I'm just sort of helping you out, which I understand. I do think you should help your family out, but it's not as if it's a burden thrust upon you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you are the mum.
Exactly.
I didn't have these kids.
Yeah, I didn't choose this.
It doesn't seem like that. And it seems like when they're ready to leave, Noel and Sue were like, yeah, cool,
go do your thing, fly. Yeah.
Then they have another one to replace them, it seems.
So the narrator says,
during the holidays, there are 14 hungry mouths to feed at home, and the Radford's food bill can top £350 a week.
£350 a week.
There's this pair of Balenciaga earrings that I saw that are £350.
So that's Balenciaga earrings.
Just like that.
So I calculated it. That's one for a month. That's literally people's monthly salary.
Or rent.
Literally. That you spend on just food. That's why I'm saying the math ain't mathing. Something isn't adding up about their finances. And they say that then, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So basically, the breakdown of some of the things we see are 3 boxes of cereal a day, 200 packets of crisps, 90 pints of milk, 80 apples, and 20 loaves of bread. 20 loaves of bread.
That's far too much starch.
Even if you're a sandwich shop, 20 loaves of bread.
He's a pie shop.
Neil says,
we're not rich by any means. Everything that we earn just goes straight back into the family and the home.
Sounds like poor financial planning, but hey.
We're not on benefits, but people just presume we are.
Well, obviously they do, because nobody can afford 21 children, so...
It's so crazy. He made a good point. He was like, oh, when people see a family of 6 or more, they just assume they're on benefits. And I was like, it's actually... I like this... I feel like people need to understand there's racism, calm, but there's also classism.
Classism, yeah.
And I feel like that is also a thing. And I feel like sometimes with racism, there's also classism there, but there's also classism that white people can experience. Yeah. And I feel like that is what these people think, because it doesn't seem to be a quote unquote rich thing to have that many kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, rich people have 1 kid and then that's it.
That's it, or 2.
Or maybe 2 or 3.
Or 3, yeah.
Because they're Murdochs.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
So yeah, I mean, I understand what he's saying, and I mean, I agree, but still the math ain't mathing. That's what I'm saying to you. Because don't forget, they live in Lancashire, so it's not like, oh, salaries are high there.
But cost of living is lower.
I know, but still, I feel like cost of living versus the salaries everywhere else but London makes sense. It's only in London where
it's also a business. He's making money, and also maybe they're overinflating how much everything costs every month just to like sensationalize it for the documentary. Okay. I don't know. Either way, they seem to be coping. Everyone in that house seems to be happy. In my head, it's like, you know what?
It's not my business. Yeah. I mean, I'm just interested. I would be interested just to see how it works.
How are you making money? Because imagine if you're on their salary. Yeah. Imagine if they had one kid.
They would be
say they had 3 because they had the oldest 3. Say they had 3 kids.
They would be living lavish.
La vida loca, babes.
Literally, she would be driving like a Porsche. I'm telling you, that's what I
Maserati,
because that's the way I always think of things. I'm always like, if they didn't have this many kids.
See, but I don't want to look at it. I don't look at my kids and be like, if I didn't have you fuckers, I'd be fucking
That's why
driving
it's very important to have good financial planning and only have children when you can afford them, so that you don't have to look at them and be like,
I feel like there's always going to be a time when you can afford kids, but like I feel like you'd always be richer without them.
Yeah,
no matter when. There's no point
unless
of thinking
you're
like that.
stinking rich.
But you'd always still be richer without them.
Yeah, but if I can have everything I want to have anyways, I'm not gonna be like.
But then you can have
it's
more.
when you feel like you're seriously depriving yourself.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But to be honest, you deprive yourselves automatically. You sacrifice because whether it's financial, emotional, or whatever.
Or your time. I think your time. The time is the biggest one. Like when my kid wants to come and be doing talent shows and stuff, I want to be there front row. Also, I want my kids to do gymnastics. I want them to be flexible. I want them to play an instrument.
I want them to do ballet. You 12, girl.
Boy or girl, I want my child to do ballet because I want that. Ballet or gymnastics, one or the other. I don't think they have to do it to competition level, but I want them to do it to a point where
I want them to have variety.
Yeah, they got to play an instrument though.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
because I want that for myself.
So we now see Noel take Millie on a driving lesson. She's just turned 17 and he's teaching her, which makes sense because again, like cock crossed.
I think it was really cute though.
It was very cute.
Like 1-to-1 in a family of 20.
You probably don't get that time with your parents.
Yeah,
and like. I mean, my dad taught me how to drive a bit, and it was a very different experience.
Oh,
I'd never recommend.
My dad teaching me how to 2 out of 10. Never recommend.
Literally 0 out of 10 would never recommend. I will not even go into what happened that one day.
I actually can imagine because I know you and I know
the car. Like literally, like yeah, don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. So good on you, Million. No, like
teach my dad something.
Listen. So suddenly they're going on holiday, and I have like 3 question marks in my notes because I'm like. How, Sway?
See, you know how you're saying, oh yeah, but they deprive themselves, they don't get to, they have no vices. They went on holiday.
And this is what they love. Like, they went on and on about how they just love these family holidays because they got all their kids together and they have grandkids as well. So they've got 4 grandkids, which nothing would infuriate me more. Did I say that word right? It sounded off to me.
Infuriate, yeah.
I said infuriate. It's infuriate.
Because she was so infuriated that she was infuriated.
Nothing would make me more angry than for my kid and my sibling to be around the same age. And
really?
If your mum popped out a baby,
my kid and my sibling.
So say your mum popped out a baby.
So that basically their auntie is older. It's like Ben in EastEnders.
I don't watch EastEnders.
Okay.
And pause. Thanks. So say my mum popped out a baby and then I popped out a baby like a year later.
Yeah, why are you trying to steal my shine?
Fam, it's just icky.
Yeah, it's true.
So
it's
she
relax, be a grandma.
She's pregnant, but she already has grandkids. So that kid she's carrying, which is the kid's auntie, is gonna be younger.
Oh, yeah, younger than the thing.
Please pack it in. This is when it's just like it's actually enough.
Back it up. Yeah.
So they're going on holiday, and again, I've written like what the hell they do for money, and they're staying in this hotel called Magic Splash, and I guess. Yeah, so
was that relevant?
Yeah, I just put it there because like it just sounded a bit dodgy, like Magic Splash. You can just tell.
This whole them going on holiday thing, reminds me of my mother and our 4-person family and how stressed out this woman would be when we're going on holiday. This woman has 20 children and one within, and she was not half as stressed as my mother.
This is my
mum. As my mother.
That's my mum.
Going to anywhere. Even if we fucking went to Bognor Regis, she would still be stressed out.
That's my mum. Literally, as of last year when we went on the cruise, was it not last August? My mum was sweating at the airport. What are you getting so stressed out about?
Everyone here is grown.
Literally, you children deserve.
You don't even have to keep. You don't have to keep the passports.
Fam, and this is the thing. This has just made me. This has just shown me that African parents love this. Like
they love stress.
Struggle.
They love to be stressed.
Self-inflicted stress.
They love it
because. This woman, she did have a bit of a tiff with Noel because Noel left her and then she got lost. But at the end of the day, they had a good old time with their kids plus the grandkids. But my mum will be so stressed over what?
You know, the first time that I travelled, without my parents, I was like, oh, is this it?
Do you know what?
So mean you just check in, you do security, and you're home free?
I have PTSD from travelling with my parents. Like till today, I'm still scared to travel because my mum is so stressy. Like that, I always feel like I've done something wrong because things are going too smoothly. Like there must have been something I missed.
No, there actually is absolutely nothing. They are just. I literally, whenever I travel now, I'm just like, right, like ladies and gentlemen, all it is you check in.
Oh my gosh,
you've probably done that online. So all you do really is bag drop if it's one of them holidays.
What?
You put your little.
You don't have to repack your bag at the airport because you packed too much. And you're going to Lagos and you pack gifts.
You're not
for all
carrying things for everyone.
Oh my gosh!
Literally, you put your little thingies in a plastic bag. Yeah, you put all of it in there because you know what it is. Me even, I have a plastic bag here that I pack it beforehand and it's easy peasy lemon.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah?
So you don't have to start looking through your bag again when you get through the thing
remember
because your mum has left sanitizer and lipstick and lip balm.
I remember one time I was going through security, yeah, and I had a belt on. Mum was like, "I told you not to wear this belt. No, you have to take it off. I told you not to wear this." I said, "Sis, you just removed the belt
And you just,
and you put it on the
it's
thing.
fine.
Look, everyone's still alive. Everyone is still fine." Traveling without her, I said, "Wow." So traveling is and then you have all this time to just chill at the airport, to just chill. I was like, do you know when we went to
so what? You don't have to get to the airport 5 hours before and sleep there because suddenly the flight might leave without you? The family of 4 ends will get to the... My dad will say, our flight is at 10 p.m. It is now 5 p.m. Are you children not in the car?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
I'm leaving you children here. I'm not joking. Don't piss me off. Oh, mate.
Traveling with your mates, yeah. When we went to Tanzania, yeah, we got there, and then I don't remember when our flight was. We got there, we were in the lounge, chilling, and then we were like, "Oh shit, our gate is open."
Okay, that's bad because that's how you miss a flight.
I know, literally, and then we had to like run to the gate.
No, but you know, I think one of our, I'm not going to name names, but she knows herself. One of our particular friends definitely has this spirit in her because this is the second time she's been the common denominator, and there's been a run-in. Do you not remember? You weren't there when we. No, it was the two of us when we went to Spain.
Yeah.
And then even there was another time we travelled.
When we went to Spain for my birthday.
Yes,
but I didn't come with you two. Me and Annette went together.
We ran that day. And then there was another holiday we went on that she was there. Oh, Amsterdam. We ran that day as well. And that day also she was looking at what she was looking at in one Harrods. I'm not naming names, but you know yourself, sis. You know who you is.
But you know it is with that time that we went, yeah. In Tanzania, like we were actually chilling. We were doing that rosé in the lounge, and then we were just chilling, and then we were like, "Hold on a minute, the gate's been released." So that one was joint enterprise. I can't even blame it all on her.
But she's the common denominator, so I'm sure she was chilling the most. Okay,
she was
reclined, feet up, kicked back.
But yeah, going on holiday with 21 kids, yeah.
It sounds like hell, but
but it looked like heaven.
Yeah, because they had their little name tags on the passports and they slid the suitcases down the stairs. I was like, good lord. Lordy, Lord.
That ain't no Louis.
So yeah, they all have a good time, and there's this really cute moment where Noel goes out with the older kids for like this safari ride
cute,
thing.
Yeah, and they're like talking about
and he's like, oh, did you ever know that like he was like, oh, we initially wanted 3, and then the son's like, oh, you're not good at maths, like we're good at multiplying, ha 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 ha. And yeah, we see a picture of them when they're younger. We see a picture of them when they're younger, and he looks like all of his sons. I mean, all his sons look like him. The picture of him when he was younger with the black hair.
I don't really remember, but I'm sure
all the kids, because all the boys, and that. Yeah, they look the same. But the girls don't really. The girls all look very different. But yeah. So we're back in Lancashire suddenly, you know, and Sue is 4 weeks away from her due date. And we do a tour of the house because we hadn't really seen the house. So the bits I've seen about, oh, this house isn't too bad.
I mean, it's massive.
But then they do a tour and we just see like, this is where it gets really scary for me. There are holes in the wallpaper is peeling off. In the kitchen, there are like things hanging off hinges.
But then he was saying how like, to say in a normal household of kids, like there's like maybe 2 accidents a week, like just times that by 10 here. It makes sense. I think the house looks pretty good considering how many youths
and the thing
are
is,
in
like,
the house.
They said the same thing. They're like, you just get to a point where you stop because you're not gonna have nice
what
things.
Are we repairing? Yeah, exactly.
So
you're not gonna have nice
just leave it. Like, this is not the house you do come dine with me, and so just leave it.
It's not.
Just leave it. Like, so so we learned that the older kids pay board, as they call it, which is basically like I think rent towards the family, and that covers like food, mortgage, upkeep, so the kids like are encouraged to work once they can, which again is kind of like it's good.
I think so, yeah,
especially in that kind of family. Like if my kids had 21 kids, I'd expect that they'd expect me to contribute, because now it's like going from the sublime to the ridiculous, like literally. So it makes sense that the older kids will contribute because there's a lot of,
and also they like to be there and they're happy to be there.
Like, I mean, I am, but I ain't finna pay no rent.
Yeah,
if my parents ask me to pay rent,
no, I'll go parent someone else.
Don't you dare. So basically, the men are mad essentially at this point because Noel then decides with 2 weeks to the due date that he's gonna redo the kitchen, and we see this whole redoing.
Do you know what it is? I feel like men just wake up with an idea.
And then they execute it regardless.
I was talking about this with Vicky, yeah, and I was like, with men, like, for example, I'm proposing, yeah. I feel like if a woman was going to propose, she's thought this through. She knows what she's going to do. I'm going to do it like this. I feel like a man would wake up and be like, you know what? I really love her. I'm going to propose.
Yeah.
And then within 2 weeks, he's proposed. And I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a strange thing. And it's just indicative of, like, no, waking up and being like, you know what? This kitchen needs to be done. Now is the time. Today.
My wife's water is just about to break, but I'll do it quickly before.
This sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Do the kitchen.
So...
But this is what I'm saying. They also seem... They're saying how they're married for 26 years, yeah. They make sense together. And I guess at this point, like, you're not really a baby mama. Like, you literally are, like, the top level baby mama. Like, you... There's no way that you can not be together. How are you going to be on Hinge saying I have 21 kids?
I'm telling you, there is no one with as many kids. They are competing with Future. Future is... How many kids away is Future? Not that far. The way he is
But Future has a one-up because the kids to baby mama ratio needs to be considered. This is like 21 kids, but one baby mum.
Because he has one to each, doesn't he?
I don't know. Has he not got like 6 kids or six baby mums? 8 kids?
Because I remember on Mother's Day, it's a whole thread when he says Happy Mother's Day.
God forbid that in my life.
So it's delivery day, and so they managed to get the kitchen done on time, and it looks really nice.
Yeah.
And the good thing again about having like this tribe is they all actually do the kitchen themselves.
Yeah.
So no manual
It's
labor.
nice. Yeah, it's nice.
So you even see the little kids like getting their...
I would like for them to be my cousins because I can go and come home. Do you get what I mean? You can go visit and then you can go home.
So it's delivery day, and Chloe and Sophie are taking care of the other kids. Sophie's the 25-year-old sister. We only see her for a short time. I think she's moved out. Chloe's the 23-year-old.
Yeah, the makeup
to
artist.
be a makeup artist. Yeah. So Sue is in labour for 40 minutes. That baby, she sneezed and the baby popped out. Bloop. But then I really do think, because she made a comment like earlier on about it getting easier or labour not taking that long. And I think there must be something with like, when you've had that many kids, it must...
go on.
Because, not to be crude, but it must be wider down there. Like, I understand
like
that it's a muscle.
Or maybe it dilates easier and
But dilation is just the process of it expanding. It's not...
That's what I'm saying.
It's not... Yeah, so...
But it dilates, isn't it? For it to dilate, it has to not have been dilated. So it has to dilate to get wider.
You know dilation, is that the contractions? What causes contractions?
It contracts so that it can dilate.
So that's the pain you feel?
Yeah, so that it can dilate.
So
because then it's like, you're however many centimetres dilated.
And so that's what the labour is actually... What the bulk of the labour is actually the dilation.
The dilation, so that the baby can come out.
Can
if the baby doesn't dilate, then how's it getting out?
Yeah. Can I pre-order like my epidural from now? Like this second now?
I don't know what Boris is trying to do with the NHS, so you might have to.
Can I? Any nurses?
I might.
Don't tell me do natural
cesarean.
Oh
things.
no.
Maybe I just do surrogate. Fuck it.
No.
Go all the way.
I'll just peep.
But I really want to do a maternity shoot, so I think that's the only reason I'd have it.
No, I definitely want to do vaginal birth.
But I don't want epidural because the risks.
There are risks with cesarean as well.
Yeah, but less. Not being paralyzed is not one of them.
There's all risks everywhere.
I mean, but you have to weigh up the risk. There's a risk of, I might have a scar forever.
I just feel like there's something that unnatural about like
grabbing the baby out.
No, cutting it.
I was born by cesarean.
Yeah, not in.
I ain't never seen no vagina.
No, I was born. Mum said she saw stars, but my other 2 sisters were cesarean. But I just not unnatural.
Yeah, because she learned. She said, "Fuck this shit."
Not unnatural in the sense of like, like it's a bad thing. Just like if I can do it via my cooch, then the cooch shall be.
I don't want to do that.
My man said that he is not coming into operation because at first I was like, I want to do all natural. Like, I don't want.
I think like people say this and then they get the contraction and they're like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah, he said to me from now that if I don't have an epidural, he's not coming.
Why? Because he knows how you'll be.
He knows how I am. Because like you know.
And I'm turning off my phone as soon as I hear my water break. I'm turning off my phone. I'm turning it off, bro.
He's like, you in particular, you need all the doses they can give you. So
give me the epidural.
So yeah. So basically, they bring the baby home for the first time now. She's only in overnight. It really is just like an in and out thing. It's like a takeaway for her, literally like annual takeaway, like quick McDonald's. So Sue is like, they're in the car. They're in the car on the way, and Sue is like,
I do love this bit, do you? When they meet their new little brother or sister for the first time.
And I just thought to myself, it's such a regular occurrence to them that it's actually like a thing. Like,
think about how this time last year, how like. Obviously, this year has been a mad thing, so maybe it seems a bit more different. But a year, like what a difference a year makes. A year is nothing. So imagine every year you have a new sibling.
This annual occurrence. Because for me, like, my dad still tells stories about how each of us reacted to having a sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my middle sister was sick. The second my other sister was born, she was like, that's not my sister. And then she got really ill. Like, she had a fever and everything. Right. Like, she could not cope. I also could not cope when Chazam was born. So...
I don't remember, I was too young.
No, I remember.
But I think I was quite happy. My parents were like, oh, I was quite happy to have
I remember because I was 7.
Yeah.
So I was old enough. And I just remember, like, I was really excited to have a sibling. And then when she came, obviously I was the only child. So there was a lot of attention on me. And like, even my parents are the first to have kids of all their friends. So when their friends would come to the house, it'll be like, oh, Then I just remember this particular day, like, it was the first guest that came to see my sister. Opened the door. This uncle that used to carry me up, he just rubbed my head and said, okay, so where's the baby? Hey.
And for you especially, I feel like that could not run.
I am an attention whore.
Yeah.
I literally cried for 3 days straight. I was like, nobody loves me anymore.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Nobody loves me anymore.
And the thing is that some of you think, oh yeah, she was 7, like that's why.
No, that's still me.
This is because this is who she is.
I literally
if it happened
thoughts.
Today, it'd be the same thing.
I literally had thoughts about when I have kids, what if my husband like stops attending to me?
Good night.
So this is another reason for Birkenbag over children.
Good night.
So
Lord help us all.
They bring the baby home and they all rush around the baby and they've decided on a name, which is Bonnie. And then the kids, again, it's that whole thing of kids being adults. The kids were like, oh, that's quite unusual because Bonnie wasn't even on the cards.
Yeah, because it was between Heidi and Aubrey, and both of which they were going to end with an E. So I'm happy to choose Bonnie because at least it ends with an E.
I really don't like Bonnie, but yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde.
But baby Bonnie, yeah. So we're winding down.
At this point, they're running out of names, fam.
We're winding down now, and Sue and Neil swear like they're gonna stop after this one, and we see all the kids disagreeing. Long story short, and that is the end of the documentary. I did a little Google, and I think there's 22 kids.
I think they have another one. Yeah, I think they have another one.
Yeah. So
it couldn't be me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I you know, yeah. Sometimes you say it couldn't be me, and it could very much be you.
But this really
actually could not be me.
No. I've been warned that after 2
could not be.
Yeah.
Even if it got to 6, 22 could not be me.
But it would never get to 6 because what are you doing that it got to 6? Were you asleep?
I'm hoping that one of my friends does have quite a lot, so I can just chuck mine in there. And it wouldn't be that much.
Yeah, and they wouldn't even notice. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But it won't be me.
And it wouldn't be me that you chuck into because I would notice.
No. But you will notice. But I'm still gonna give my kids to you.
No, you can. But like, what I mean is that like, I'm not gonna have such a brood that.
If you're no, I don't mind that you notice.
Yeah.
You've been warned. You've been forewarned.
Oh,
so.
God. So I have to add your kids into.
I just hope that you have yours first, so that like you have the experience. And
I want 2 of our other friends that like at least 2 people will have to be pregnant at the same time within the group.
Why?
Because I
don't want to be the only mum.
Yeah. I don't want to also experience pregnancy alone, and I also don't want my kids to be how I was,
like
hella
the oldest, and
everyone else is like kids, like, and then all of your other kids are gonna be your friends.
Well, how old do you want to be when you have kids?
I think like 30, 31.
So I had this thought, right? But I do feel like when you turn 30, life just gets lit because you have money.
I know that I don't want to be pregnant around my 30th. I'll start trying after the 30th.
I'm thinking like 33, 34.
So,
but I know that, like, for example, God forbid, but say like it's not happening, then it's just you just basically longed it out for yourself. But then like that would be my mum had me at 34, so I feel like that would be the perfectest age. Like literally, if you could just bang out one at 34, bang out one at 36, live your best life, because then you've had 4 years of your 30s to turn up, and then it's like, no, maybe it's time for us to settle down. But getting married, I want to get married beforehand because I want to be married for a while
to enjoy
before I start having a kid. Like
we'll have to discuss this in detail, but I have to keep in mind that like my partner.
I know what kind of ring I want now. I've been thinking about it.
Fantastic! You need to send that to me. I have to also keep in mind my partner is like significantly older.
Oh, you guys! I forget you guys knew my face.
I'm making it sound like he's like
but you're
50.
saying significantly. He's actually not significantly older.
8 years is a lot.
That's not significant.
It's almost 10.
Yeah, but you're grown.
But okay, no, but like he's gonna be pushing 40 by the time.
He's a man.
No, he's gonna be 40.
That's the pennies.
It's all good.
I need to send you the J House freestyle. Honestly.
No,
Baby, when I like when you suck my pennies.
Baby girl, I like when you suck my penis. When you don't swallow, it hurts my feelings. Damn, girl. If you didn't swallow my kids, there would have been a menace.
But I think that then makes things come a bit forward because like he doesn't want to be an old dad. He always says he doesn't want to be like.
Yeah, but old is relative. It's in the soul.
To be 50 and your kids are 5, that's a bit.
It depends what kind of 50 you are. There's 50 and there's 50. I'm telling you, it's all in the soul. It's all in the soul, and it's in your. Do you know what I mean? It's in your.
He's gonna be chasing my womb up and down the place once I say I do. So we, as a collective, have to.
As long as you have a kid before me, that's cool.
No.
Who's going to change my baby's diapers?
Oh shit! Yeah.
But yeah, so the next documentary we are going to do is the social dilemmas. The social dilemma. That is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what we're doing next week. In the meantime, between time, you can find us on the Instagram and the Twitter at 2girls1doc, number 2 girls, number 1 doc. I'm on Instagram at BDOnEyewear, and you are
back on social media, 4 ends with 2 underscores. That's on Twitter and Instagram. It is now a uniform.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah.
This is making me so like gassy. My stomach is like bubbling.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Bubbly.
What's the next line?
So damn bubbly.
Oh, was it everything bubbly? No. Okay, we'll add that one to the playlist too.
Lord,
this playlist is good.
Did you add the one from last week? Your one from last week to the playlist? No, trash. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna play the trailer for the social dilemmas. So you can listen to that.
Guys,
and
make
get excited.
Sure you share the podcast with your friends.
Oh yes, please, guys, so people can listen to us, just so we can blow. And it's Black History Month, so like we're Black History Month. So
and we got history,
and I'm on my time of the month. So I feel like you guys should just share.
There is history written all over my regrowth.
Yeah, so
guys, share it.
Tell a friend, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And all that jazz.
And it's also like, is it? No, I was gonna say Black Pound.
Is it Black Pound Day? No, Black Pound Day is the first Saturday of every month.
Okay, so on Black Pound Day, Black-owned brands should reach out to us to.
No, but they should reach out to us before, because then people can then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You way, say it, because you
Black
say
Pound Day.
You know, say what I said, but
they should. Okay, so black brands reach out to us.
Yeah,
we can do a little something
in
time for the next Black Pound Day, which will be the first Saturday of the next month, which is November's.
Help some sisters out.
Ew.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye.
When you go to Google and type in climate change is, you're going to see different results depending on where you live and the particular things that Google knows about your interests.
That's not by accident, that's a design technique. What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
A lot of people think Google's just a search box and Facebook's just a place to see what my friends are doing. What they don't realize is there's entire teams of engineers whose job is to use your psychology against you.
I was the co-inventor of the Facebook like button.
I was the president of Pinterest,
Google, Twitter,
Instagram.
There were meaningful changes happening around the world because of these platforms. I think we were naive about the flip side of that coin.
We get rewarded by hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value, and we conflate it with truth.
A whole generation is more anxious, more depressed.
I always felt like fundamentally it was a force for good. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
Facebook discovered that they were able to affect real-world behavior and emotions without ever triggering the user's awareness. They are completely clueless.
Fake news spreads 6 times faster than true news.
We're being bombarded with rumors.
If everyone's entitled to their own facts, there's really no need for people to come together. In fact, there's really no need for people to interact.
We have less control over who we are and what we really believe.
If you want to control the population of your country, there has never been a tool as effective as Facebook.
We built these things and we have a responsibility to change it.
The intention could be, how do we make the world better? If technology creates mass chaos, loneliness, more polarization, more election hacking, more inability to focus on the real issues, we're toast.
This is checkmate on humanity.